Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. Here we are today about a new episode about the 20 regions of Italy explained. All right, so by reading an article written on this website called italia.it, and so let's go in to explore Umbria region in alphabetical order after Trentino Alto Adige. So in Italy, we have Umbria. All right, so let's start reading what this beautiful region has to offer. From Assisi to Perugia, via Gubbio, Lake Trasimeno, and Marmore Falls, Umbria is a truly enchanting tourist destination. Peaks covered in lush forests and large valleys outlined by rivers, lakes, and waterfalls, surrounded by villages and castles, crossed by paths steeped in history, art, and culture, in a natural environment that helps to restore the body and soul. Umbria, the green heart of Italy, is all this and much more. Okay, so let's explore a bit Umbria region here. So basically, we have this region. It's a small region in the center part of Italy, and is made of two provinces. One of which is Perugia. Perugia is also the capital of the region itself, and then we have another smaller province in the same region called Terni. So here we are, we have two provinces, it's a small region, and we don't have any coast on the sea. It's the only region in the Italian peninsula that doesn't have any access to the sea. All right, so let's go and let's see. Now, I would highly recommend to visit this website, italia.it, because it offers and it shows a lot of things to do if you want to travel to Umbria, a lot of destinations and all the things that is possible, all the activities that is possible to do in this beautiful region. All right, so let's investigate a bit more. Lush valleys and pristine environments. Umbria, the green heart of Italy. The fantastically varied scenery of Umbria offers plenty of opportunities to enjoy an unforgettable holiday. In contact with nature, in search of your own inner spirits, or thrilling adventures. Anyone who loves Italian cuisine will be spoiled for choice between family run trattorias, and the restaurants of Michelin star chefs. Okay, let's investigate more about this beautiful region. Lush valleys and pristine environments, Umbria, the green earth of Italy. Okay, so for example, here we can see one of the typical landscapes in the Umbria region. We are in the Apennines, so basically is in between mountains and hills. So, and if you love nature, it's simply a beautiful place to visit. In Umbria, you can wander around fascinating villages, lose yourself and find yourself again along paths, visit iconic Christian sites, practice sports, or treat yourself to good food and relaxation. Now, here basically we can see on the map where Umbria region is. So we are at the border with Tuscany region, Marche region, and Lazio region, and I think a little bit with Abruzzo region, if I'm not wrong. Anyway, we are in this central part of the center of Italy. All right, let's investigate more about origins and the history of Umbria. Now, let's see. Inhabited since the Stone Age, Umbria was the scene of the Battle of Sentino in 295 BC between the Roman army and an alliance of Etruscans, Samnites, Sinones, and Umbrians. Part of the Duchy of Spoleto, established by the Lombards, for centuries the territory was linked to the papacy after Charlemagne's conquest. Saint Francis of Assisi was born here, giving rise to the Italian literary tradition and a new type of spirituality linked to fraternity, humility, and poverty. Umbria enchants around every corner, boasting the greatest number of medieval villages in Italy, with centuries old fortresses, including the imposing Rocca Paolina, commissioned by Pope Paul III as a symbol of a papal power over the ancient city of Perugia. All right, now, main cities in Umbria. Let's read. Let's see the cities that we can find in Umbria region. Time stands still in Perugia with Etruscan walls and medieval historic center and the imposing Palazzo dei Priori, Palace of the Priors. A fantastic cultural hub, the city is home to the highly prestigious University of Perugia, founded in 1308 and the largest university in Italy for foreign students. Yeah, now let me spend 2 words about foreign students. Italy is full of very good universities and are not really expensive. The good thing in Italy, for example, is that if you want to study in Italy, are quite affordable. So basically, is attracting students from all over the world simply because the costs are not very high and the quality of the teaching is also very good. I mean, the Italian university they are um, they give access to anyway very high skills and education that gives a very good quality and skillful um, person who studied in this university. Gubbio, the city of stone, has always fascinated illustrious travelers and writers with its beauty, history, and traditions. Orvieto is a jewel perched on a tough cliff with an imposing Duomo and the impressive well of St. Patrick. Foligno, at the heart of the Umbrian Valley, displays hints of its ancient origins in its elegant architecture and precious painting preserved in the city's museum. Then there is Assisi, a unique example of a sanctuary city recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site because of the Basilica of St. Francis, San Francesco d'Assisi, and other sites linked to the saint, including the Basilica of Santa Chiara and the Cathedral of San Rufino. Now, what to see in Umbria? Here we see these beautiful waterfalls that attract very big amount of tourists every year. All right, so let's see. Umbria is the only region in peninsular Italy not washed by the sea, as I just said, though it still has bountiful water. The Marmore Falls are a magical place where the Velino River meets the Nera River. Nearby, you can admire Lake Piediluco and spend hours relaxing or enjoying sports on its shores. The largest lake in the region is Lake Trasimeno, surrounded by delightful villages like Castiglione del Lago and sul Trasimeno. The quiet, traditional medieval town of Città della Pieve is home to the narrowest alleyway in Italy and some of the most renowned works by painter Pietro Vannucci, known as Perugino, between the Cathedral of the Saint Gervasio and Protasio and the Palazzo della Cornia. If you're looking for truly unique places, don't miss Spoleto, with its majestic late 14th century Rocca Albornoziana, a medieval fortress on the top of the hill of Sant'Elia, and Castelluccio di Norcia, one of the highest settlements in the Apennines. In early summers, visitors flock here to enjoy the unique spectacle of the tree blossoming. Unusual places in Umbria. Now, let's see. Visitors seeking unique experiences off the beaten track can find countless unusual places in Umbria. La Scarzuola is a surreal architecture complex designed by creative genius Tommaso Buzzi, who decided to build his own ideal city by mixing elements of the past with those of the present and future. For example, I don't know about this. I will just go and investigate it myself because it sounds very, very interesting to have built this ideal city by mixing elements of the past with those of the present and the future. A few kilometers from Terni, you can explore the Narni Underground, a complex of hypogea that extend beneath the city. Along the route, you will find a convent complex rich in frescoes, Roman aqueducts, tunnels, and a large room where interrogation by the Inquisition tribunal were once held. The cave of Monte Cucco will take you deep into the mountain on a fantastic underground journey among stalactites and stalagmites, galleries, labyrinths, and tunnels. In the comune of Campello sul Clitunno, you can immerse yourself in the poetic nature park of the Fonti del Clitunno, fed by underground springs that flow naturally from cracks in the rock. Now I have to say that there's really a lot of things to there are really a lot of things to see in Umbria region. I personally never been in Umbria region. I mean, I've been in many parts of Italy, but I never had the chance to explore this beautiful region. Now, let me spend two words. If you are Italian, let me say, obviously, you know that Italy is full of beautiful places. But then, in between, you choose for one place, then you're gonna miss another one because, okay, it's possible to organize always trips and going here and there, but also because if you are from the north of Italy to go to the south, you need time, you need holidays, so you can't really you can I mean it's possible to travel as much as you can if you can, but let me say, for example, if someone is from Sicily, it might find easier, for example, to travel around the south of Italy, or maybe to go to Milan, not not very often. For example, me, I was from Turin. I was going to Milan two, three, four, 5 times a year. So, or Venice, I was going quite often to Venice. Anyway, so it depends in Italy where you are. If you are in the center of Italy, you might have the chances to visit the north and the south, but still, you need plenty of time to explore and to visit all Italy. Now, typical Umbrian products, we are talking about food now. Now, anyone who loves Italian cuisine will find a myriad of flavors in Umbria, starting with the black truffle, the protagonist of many traditional dishes. Norcia ham will win you over with its unique, strong flavor, while for something more delicate, you should try the lentils of Castelluccio, grown on the karst plains in the Monti Sibillini National Park. If you enjoy pulses, you definitely have to try Trasimeno beans, boiled and dressed with a drizzle of oil or cooked in a pan with tomato and garlic. Umbria is also home to the world famous Perugina chocolate that in Italy we call I Baci Perugina, for example. There is this big brand called Baci Perugina, and Baci means kisses. So the Perugia kisses, let me say, boiled and dressed with a drizzle of, Perugina chocolate and Montefalco Sagrantino di OCG, a wine with an intense ruby red color and a dry, harmonious flavor. Montefalco Sagrantino. All right. Then, visitors with a sweet tooth should not miss out on trying Torcolo di San Costanzo, a typical Perugia donut prepared since 1500 with bread dough and rich with candied lemon peels, sultanas, and pine nuts, and the delicious Mostaccioli Umbri, needed using must from freshly pressed grapes. Needed using must from freshly pressed grapes. All right, so now Umbria events. Umbria is also a region full of events, musical events, for example. Now, Umbria's rich history takes the stage in many events held throughout the year. On 15th of May, Gubbio hosts the Race of the Cherry, an ancient ceremony in which locals carry on their shoulders three tall, heavy wooden artifacts surmounted by statues of Sant'Ubaldo, patron saint of bricklayers, Saint George, patron saint of merchants, and Saint Anthony Abbot, patron saint of donkeys and farmers, and parade them through the city streets. The Joust of Quintana in Foligno is a charming medieval history reenactment of jousting that attracts thousands of spectators every year in mid June. Meanwhile, in August, Città della Pieve hosts a reenactment of the ancient tradition of bull hunting. The Palio of the Terzieri, an archery competition in which participants have to hit moving bull shaped silhouettes mounted on a carousel that gets faster turn after turn. July is the month of music, with Umbria Jazz, the most renowned Italian jazz music festival, which has been held in Perugia every year since 1973. Last but not least, in October's Perugia hosts Euro Chocolate, an international chocolate festival that turns the city into a foodie paradise. So basically, here we are at the end of this beautiful region. So we have discovered many things to do and many things to visit, how to please your palate, and so. Um, After this, so I'll leave you and I'll see you to my next video. And so I will keep covering the 20 region of Italy episode. I have only two regions left. One is Valle d'Aosta and the other one is Veneto region. So in the next episode here on Wednesday, I will cover the region Valle d'Aosta. Okay, my friends, I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you to my next video here on Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. Bye.